The older I get, what I appreciate about the Sauk Valley is the community. Just knowing that people here are invested in us and that we're invested in our community. We want to help grow and make the place we live better, and so the opportunity to do that is really important to me.
I just always loved it growing up. It's kind of, you go, wherever you go, you know somebody. It's comforting. And I like I like being more rural and not have all the hustle and bustle of, the city. I had to go get that out of my system and then come back, and I don't know, I like the families.
So I definitely have always wanted to stay connected to the community, and I think coming back to where I grew up, I knew I had some connections already, but getting involved with the chamber, with Kiwanis, and our millennial group called the Keystone Group, who ultimately made this beautiful dog park, a small subcommittee. It's just great.
A small town like family feel I really appreciate. Like, we lived in a bit of a bigger area before, and there was a lot to do, but it's not the same when you don't know people. It just feels different when there's lots of restaurants, but you're always kind of going by yourself, and it's just different being here and knowing people, and it just feels like a happier place to be.
The sense of community that you miss when you live in a big place, and this is obviously the community that kind of raised us, and so just that feeling of coming back to something you can really participate in and be a part of is something pretty special.
I was definitely bound to leave and stay away, but looking back now, I had a fair point, but now that I'm back and I'm with family and they're able to help, it's definitely a good choice to be back home.
We regularly go out, dine in local restaurants, go to local stores, and very regularly we see people we know. It's a friendly face. You say, hi, how are you doing? You build those relationships with people. We go sit down, they know what we want, what we're going to order. And maybe, it's just that people really know who you are and they're invested in your life and care about you. And I guess even this is a really good example of being able to work with our town to help improve it. Your thoughts and goals and opinions really can make change in an area like this, and just in general, the close-knitness of the community, I guess. It is hard to describe, but it is special.
It's funny because when we did live in a bigger city, you'd think there's a lot more people you can meet, and a lot more things you could do, but it's almost like you're almost a little bit more lonely, because then you don't create as many relationships as you would otherwise. Like she said, we go to the restaurant, there's a few people we know, and we can catch up.
The word that I think of is engagement. We have more opportunities to engage with our community in ways that we didn't before.